CBS News senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe joins us now from our D.C. bureau. Ed, the president canceled his trip to Colorado today as we all watch the war in the Middle East intensify, and it's leading to speculation he may be planning a trip to Israel. How likely is that possibility?
Well, over the weekend, the White House confirmed that they're actively considering it after an invitation from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Part of the reason the trip to Colorado was canceled today, Errol, is a far more practical reason. There was a major train derailment in the Pueblo, Colorado area overnight, which is where the president was headed. And so there were concerns about diverting local resources for a presidential visit. This is a president that's been sensitive to diverting local resources needlessly in the wake of disasters, man-made or otherwise. And so that is part of the reason why he didn't go. But there's nothing else otherwise, at least so far, on his public schedule, other than word from the White House that he's held at least one big briefing this morning with the vice president and other top national security advisors to get the latest on the situation in the Middle East. And all of it comes, of course, as Secretary of State Antony Blinken continues his travels there, meeting with senior Israeli officials throughout today.
And in that 60 Minutes interview, it was interesting because the president also spoke about hostages taken by Hamas into Gaza. Certainly that complicates Israel's planned ground offensive. But what do we know about what the administration is trying to do to get those hostages out?
A few things. FBI personnel have been deployed to Israel to work with Israeli officials on locating and trying to rescue hostages. A senior State Department official who also deals with hostage affairs, not only in the Middle East but around the world, is in the region working with the Israelis and others to try to secure their release. And it's been a big part of the Secretary of State's weekend travels that have taken him to virtually every country there in that region to discuss this with leaders, trying to ensure their safety, trying to ensure their safe return, and continuing to reiterate to the Israelis the concern about not only people who are unaccounted for, believed to be hostages, but civilians generally getting caught up in whatever might come next.
And as this very fluid situation in Gaza and in Israel unfolds back here domestically, politically speaking, Congress seems in lockstep when it comes to supporting Israel with aid. But how quickly could any new aid package really be delivered, considering the Republicans' inability to find a new speaker?
That's the big answer, is when there's a speaker. And when that is, who it is, what shape that takes remains so unclear. And so unless or until that person is in place, unless until the House reconvenes, and probably not until the next spending deadline, which is mid-November, just before Thanksgiving, can we expect any significant movement, not only on aid to Israel, but aid to Ukraine, and of course keeping the lights of the federal government on.
Yeah, all the business in the House on hold right now. Ed O'Keefe.